Hello, everyone. Give it a couple minutes. Drink in hand already. We have to when we're making such good desserts. I'm gonna not eat this whole thing while I'm making it. It's gonna be a struggle for sure. Right. So, for everyone who's going to be watching the playback, what we're going to be making today is, I feel like it's a tongue twister, double chocolate Oreo filled brownies. They are so good. They're one of my favorite things. And actually, I'm going to grab the sprinkles that I want before I forget. I have these really great spacey looking sprinkles. They're super cool. Well, happy Friday, everybody. This felt like a long week. I don't know why. This felt like a very long week. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. Maybe like 5 more minutes, and then we'll get started. I'm super excited to eat these. You know, part of the reason, I have to say, like, this recipe was a little selfish where, I get the leftovers. So there's really no reason not to make this. Hey. Hey, Gabriella. Hey, Dad. I think match grade is my dad, right? You want to put like a yes just so I know for sure. Hi, Kyle. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hi, Rachel. I have a glass of wine in hand. I was tempted. I'm really, really excited about the cocktail I'm going to make today. And I was half tempted to like make myself one before we even started. But I think that would kind of take away some of the fun because, I'm just making it off the cuff. I've never made it before. So, half the fun is seeing if it's a success. So I'm sticking with wine for now. Marissa, hi. Oh yeah, I know the red. I thought it was fun because I don't know. Sometimes when I think of red and when I think of stripes, I do think of I kind of think of France. Like I feel like red is some kind of like Parisian color and stripes are some kind of like French thing. I don't know why. I don't know why I think about that, but the drink I'm making today is inspired by Bastille Day because it was Bastille Day on the 14th, le 14 de juillet. And I didn't get to like properly celebrate Bastille Day. So I thought a drink would be really fun to do. Yeah, and thanks, Gabriella. Yeah. So red lipstick, red shirt. It will probably completely clash with my cat apron that I will put on shortly, but whatever. It's French looking. So, all right, cool. I'm gonna give it like a couple more minutes, and then we'll get started with the recipe. I'm so excited. So I guess I can start doing things like opening up the box of chocolates and not eating it. Although this is Baker's chocolate, semi-sweet Baker's chocolate. So, I mean, I could eat it, but it'd be like, it'd be pretty intense. That'd be some intense chocolate. So, I mean, I could, if I was desperate. If I was desperate for chocolate, I could do that. Get an extra bowl out here. How's everybody's week been? How's everybody's Friday? Everybody in the chat, how are you doing? Hi. Thanks for stopping in. Been tired. Oh yeah, what were you gonna Twitch today, Daniel? It's very bright and sunny and hot out here, but I still woke up feeling like pretty sleepy. I feel like this weekend definitely has some naps in the future for me. Oh my gosh, Rachel, 4 hours trying to get a test? Is that just to, yeah, huh? So Rachel's saying spent 4 hours on the phone trying to get a COVID test. Is that just to schedule it that it's taking so long? Ooh, Fallout 76 and Vice City. Okay. Now you know that I don't know what those games are or mean, but they have cool titles. And Gabriella, yeah. Gabriella. For those of you who don't know, Gabriella is one of my best friends, and and she is pregnant, and I swear she has a soccer star baby who's kicking a lot, apparently. Nothing can be easy, especially not on a Friday, nothing, maybe things go more your way on Mondays. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong thinking. Soccer star baby who loves spicy food. Cool. All right. So, also, if you don't have a drink and you'd like to, or have like juice or tea or kombucha, this is wine. It's a Bordeaux. I'm going with the whole French theme today. Although Oreo-filled brownies is not French. That is not French at all. So, okay, cool. So I'm gonna get started with this recipe. So, like I said, for my recipe book. Oh, wait. And I'm gonna put on my apron. I'm gonna do that right now. Princess cat apron to the rescue. Oh, see, oh my gosh, oh no. Well, I look really patriotic, but the French colors are also red, white, and blue, just in different ways. I can look French patriotic in my apron. I think so. I think that works, right? Right? Let's say it works. Cool. All right. So, like I said, for everybody watching back, we're going to make double chocolate Oreo filled brownies. I'm super excited about these. We have really fun, spacey, cool looking sprinkles. And I also looked up all the measurements in the metric system ahead of time for everyone not in the US watching this. So, all right, so what we're gonna do first is preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, or it's about 176 degrees Celsius. So I'm gonna do that right now. Great, I've got that preheated. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna melt butter and this semi-sweet chocolate. I really like this brand, and I like the semi-sweet. You can do unsweetened too. Like if you don't like as much sugar, in things. I'm like a sugaraholic. So anything sugar is like great. But yeah, so but you want this like baking chocolate. You don't want to use like a Hershey's bar or something. That's not what you want. Yeah, so all right, so let me unwrap this butter here. Oh, it is okay, so it's one package of the semi-sweet or unsweetened chocolate, just depending on what your preference is. And then it's 3/4 cup of butter or 180 grams of butter. I was like, I'm gonna look all this ahead of time, look up all of it ahead of time. And maybe, who knows, maybe after like a couple of episodes, I'll just have started memorizing the metric system. I don't know. I'll be ready to, live out my dream living in Paris, using the metric system and baking there. I'll be, 100% ready for it. All right, so we've got the chocolate. I'm gonna just break it up maybe into a couple pieces. That was harder than I thought. Or I'm just weak. I don't know. But break it up into a couple pieces so when you put it in the microwave and it's melting, it's melts up a little easier. Let me see. I'm probably gonna do I'll probably start with 30 seconds and see how that goes. Actually, one other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to defrost. That's way it's just heating like a little bit at a lower temperature. Cool. So I'm going to start it at defrost, do it for like 30 seconds. So then what we're going to do from there is we're going to toss this stuff in the trash and take one more sip of wine. Because why not? It is Friday. Everybody needs it. So, or some tea or whatever sounds good. All right. So that next we're going to mix in the sugar to this kind of melted butter and chocolate mix. Okay, that's all still melting. We're going to use, let me see how much sugar we need. 2 cups of sugar or 400 grams of sugar. Why not? Yes. Yes, exactly. Why not? It's Friday. Andrea, hi. I had to figure out how to make a YouTube channel so you could watch this and make comments. Aw, yay. Well, so wait, you now have your own YouTube channel or you just made a YouTube account? Because if you have your own channel, oh, that'll be fun too. Andrea is my other redheaded friend. We don't look anything alike at all. We are constantly mistaken for sisters. Okay. Chocolate is still melting. Like I said before, I did say this in my first stream, but this is my grandmother's kitchen, so I feel like sometimes it's like the oven and the microwave and things like that. I'm like, I don't know exactly how long I have to do everything here because it's just a little different. Great. So yeah, okay. So we're just waiting on the sugar next. Oh, one thing we can do is we can take the brownie pan and grease it. So, I mean, if you just have a spray, that would be really easy. But I really like just greasing the pan with butter because that's, I don't know, simple, and I never have like a spray around. Um, wait, I'm a redhead? Yes, yes. If maybe this is like, if you're streaming this in black and white, I'm here to tell you that I am a redhead. And that one of my best friends is also a redhead. Imagine that. All right, so we're gonna let that chocolate melt into the butter. So the butter will melt first, and then you just wanna make sure that the chocolate's like all kind of submerged under butter, and we'll grease the pan with brownies. So got our pan here. I literally just take a stick of butter. And, you know, I don't know, maybe the butter kind of comes out like tasting a little bit better than if you do a spray, like an olive oil spray or something. I mean, I don't know. It's butter. It's going to taste great. Okay. All right. So we're gonna see how this chocolate melting is going. My grandmother, just gave me these like colorful spatulas. Anything with color, like I'm just a sucker for anything that is like bright colored. So I had to use them on here. Bright green, just like, oh my gosh, the sprinkles are gonna be bright green too. Yeah, all stars are aligning. Gabriella, it's also a butter believer. I appreciate that. Well, there's a butter spray. Okay, I'm learning new things. Yes. Yes, Kyle, I know you're very confused about if I was a redhead. So I know everyone watching this back was very confused. So I'm glad we cleared that up too. Okay, so nope, we can't see that. Let me tilt this down a little bit. Okay, here we go. So it's gonna get this like chocolatey liquid goodness. Don't eat it yet. I know it's tempting to just like start eating butter and chocolate. I mean, I wouldn't blame you, but we do need it for the recipe. But I couldn't exactly blame you. Okay, so then like I said before, 2 cups of sugar or 400 grams of sugar for my lovely metric users. All right. And because this should still be hot, you want to kind of get the sugar in there quickly, because the sugar is going to just melt right into this kind of like chocolate butter goodness. Okay, great. So we've got the sugar in here, and then we're gonna just start mixing it into this like hot chocolate butter liquid. And sip wine while we do it. Yes, always important, very important. Okay, so you want to keep stirring this until it's like a consistent, texture. Yeah, Rachel, I know the sugar and chocolate and butter already sounds so good. I could just like mix sprinkles into this and call it a day. I mean, I could. Or Oreo crumbles. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like that's something. I feel like that's some kind of microwavable mug thing. I have not done that, but I've heard it's very good. Okay, all right, great. Starting with the sugar. Okay, great. So after this, we just add in all the other ingredients. So we're gonna start with a cup of flour, about 120 grams of flour. So let me get that. In case anyone's curious, I have Wegmans brand flour. I love Wegmans. I used to work there when I was younger, and I'm like a total fan. I'm like a fangirl with Wegmans, and there's none in Philly. I think I talked about Wegmans already. Oop, I'm dropping things. I think I already talked about Wegmans on my last stream too. Like, I really do like it. Okay, 1 cup of flour in. Move that out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna stir that in first. Then after that, we're gonna add eggs and vanilla. And then we're almost done. This is a pretty simple recipe. Except for the secret part. That's what makes it. Banging. My secret ingredients. Well, they're not going to be secret anymore because they're going to be on YouTube. Cookies are never made. Oh, man. Yeah, Rachel. Oh, I feel like when you bake cookies, you have to just set, you know that you have to set aside half the dough. That's just something you have to know going in. You eat half the dough and then you bake half the dough. That's just what happens. Wegmans should sponsor me. It's a thought. It's a thought. Okay, so next we need 3 eggs. That's not something I had to look up in metric. All right, I've got 3 eggs. I always just crack the eggs like right on the side of my bowl. I feel like that's the easiest. And with this, they don't really need to be whipped up outside of the batter. So, you just crack them right in there. I feel like I just got this thought of like, this is like a recipe I love, but I haven't made in a really long time. And I just got this thought like, what if I got it totally wrong? What if I copy this whole recipe wrong? Well, I mean, I guess that would just be a disaster. So, it's already built into the name. That's it. All right, cool. So this should start to look like really like creamy, chocolatey goodness brownie batter. Hey, Mush. Oh my gosh. Well, Mush, if you're just tuning in, I have been listing all of the ingredient amounts in metric. Just in case you were wondering. Okay, and then last but not least, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, or that is 5 milliliters of vanilla. Okay. One thing I was seeing too when I looked back is, so the last time I made this recipe, I actually, I made it into little brownie mini cupcakes. So I used like a muffin pan, And then, no, it's a lot more work because you're layering the brownie mix with Oreos, and then you have to do it for each individual one. But if you're making it for like a party or you're making them to like give out or share or something, that might be like, that might be like something really cute and great to do. You could put different kinds of sprinkles on them. You can decorate them with icing when you're done. You can like personalize them. So that's like a fun thing to do. If you want to like get creative with it. I mean, sometimes you want to make stuff just to decorate it. At least I do. I want to make things to decorate them. Maybe that's just me, and other people don't want to do that. Okay, so now we are at, so now we're at the secret ingredients parts of the recipe. And I was like, did I write down the metric amounts for the secret ingredient parts? But I did. Okay, to make them double chocolate, we need fudge. I really like this hot fudge by Smucker's. It's my favorite. Oh my God, it smells so good. Well, I think I will, actually. I was like, I could just eat some. Wow. That is so good. Okay. In the recipe it goes. Okay. So for this, we need a 4th cup, which is about 60 grams. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I'm going to get a small spoon. It's like a tiny little jar, so gotta scoop it out. All right, so I'm gonna take our jar, Smucker's peanut butter, and I'm gonna just kind of scoop this out into the 4th cup. Measuring with the measuring cup until it's about at the top. All right, perfect. Okay, and you gotta take it back out and stir it into your brownie batter. And then I'm sure you can see this coming. You have to lick the spoon. I mean, there's no other way around it. You can't put a spoon like that in the dishwasher. It's covered in chocolate fudge. That is a waste. Yeah, that's so good. Okay, so stir in our fudge. And the brownie batter should be getting like pretty thick at this point too, because of everything we put in there. So I'm gonna kind of put some elbow grease into it. This is dangerous business. When chocolate's involved, I feel like it absolutely is dangerous business. In this, okay. One final secret ingredient. Now, this one will be definitely specific to Williamsport, where I'm at right now in central Pennsylvania. But obviously you could use different brands. I feel like there's chocolate embedded in my lipstick now. Thanks, Gabriella. Yes, I hopefully there will be happy baking and this will all turn out delicious. Thanks for tuning in. All right, final last ingredients. This is Eater's ice cream. This is some of the best ice cream on the planet. I will argue that. Andrea, my ginger friend, will also argue that. So I'm going to take a teaspoon of this and mix it in. This is a cookies and cream ice cream. You could use any kind of ice cream you want. I would say stick to something with like a basic kind of chocolate or vanilla base. You don't want to go like too crazy. Like if you add something with like mint, you're only using a little bit of this ice cream, and that could kind of just like make it go a little crazy. I don't think you want to do that. Ooh, okay. The Franklin Fountain ice cream in Philadelphia is very good, but Eaters is better. It's better. I will argue that it's better. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I just did kind of like a heaping tablespoon. Like I just, you saw me. I took a tablespoon. I got a heaping bit of ice cream. I'm gonna mix this in, see how it mixes in, kind of decide if I want any more. So this is cookies and cream ice cream. There's also this like chocolate almond joy ice cream that we have in the freezer that probably would have been really good in this too, for like even more chocolate. If our souls can handle more chocolate. I'm not sure if they can. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that was the perfect amount, just like a tablespoon. Again, just added like a creaminess to this brownie batter. You want to make sure it's all mixed through. Okay, great. And we're almost ready to put in the oven. Let me put this ice cream in the freezer before I forget, because I will forget, or I'll just start eating it. Okay, 1 second. All right, so this is the point at which you can kind of move all your utensils, stuff like that. We can move all this out of the way for the moment. We want to get our pan out that we already greased with butter or sprayed, whatever works best. We'll bring it over here. And you want to get your Oreos out. You also want to stop and take a sip of your drink, whatever drink you have. Wine after like a huge heaping spoonful of fudge is still good. Still good. I'm surprised. I shouldn't be. So delicious. Okay, double stuffed Oreos. I wouldn't go and do that crazy mega stuffed Oreo. That's just me. That's too much stuffing. Double stuffed is where it's at. But I don't know. Maybe you guys want to go crazy. I wouldn't blame you. Yes, Andrea. See, Eaters is the best. Eaters is the best. That is what she said. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So, all right. So first what we're going to do, we are going to take our brownie batter. See, it's like kind of light colored. It's very, oh yeah, see, there's a little bit of ice cream that didn't get mixed in. It's really smooth. It's like, so good. All right, so we want to take about half of this and put a layer in the bottom of the pan. I'm using an 8x8 pan. I like to do that because the brownies will be like thicker. Maybe you have a smaller amount of them, but they're like, they're juicy. All right, so I'm gonna just like scoop out some of this batter. Plop it on the bottom. I will show you in a minute here. Yeah, about half the batter, maybe like take kind of 3 big scoops first. Boop. So we've got this, and I'm going to spread it around. I want like an even layer on the bottom. Looks like we maybe need a little bit more. Definitely. All right, I'm going to take another big scoop. It's really good. I mean, you have to taste your batter before you put it in the oven. You have to. That's like chef's rule. Wow. Yeah, it's really good. It's really chocolatey. It's a little like the sugar's still kind of grainy. That's really good. All right, I'm gonna take another big scoop. All right. and spread around the bottom just like I did before. You want it definitely like covering all corners of the pan, even bottom. I'm actually going to take one more scoop too, a small one this time. Okay, great. Just making sure it's even here. I feel like I'm so particular about making sure the batter's even. It's funny. Okay, so we've got our bottom layer here. Kind of see it's just a thin, even layer. And then we're going to take our Oreos and just layer them on top of this. I'll show you in just a second. So in an 8x8 pan, what like seems to just kind of work out perfectly is rows of 4, like so. And you know you got to eat some of these Oreos. Thankfully, you don't use all of them in the recipe. Whew. Thankfully. That'd be kind of sad. I mean, it'll be really good in the recipe, but it'd be kind of sad if you didn't get to eat any. Okay, yes, I was right. Okay, 4 layers of 4. Wow, oh my gosh, it looks so pretty. It's like so perfect. I love symmetrical, even things, and you still have so many Oreos. Well, on the sides, a lot of Oreos left. Okay, great. We're gonna take the rest of this batter and put it over top. Put sprinkles on top of that. And then this is ready to go in the oven. So you need to be a little bit more careful when you are layering this top brownie batter layer, because it's going to be a little harder to spread evenly because of the Oreos. So I'm kind of like letting it drop off of the spatula and then gently moving it around on top of the Oreos. Because you want the Oreos to stay in place. So you don't want to like, you know, kind of go moving things too hard. Okay. And again, got to get all those corners. You need brownie and Oreo in every single bite. Otherwise, what are you even doing? Okay. Almost done being spread around here. And I love using these, you know, kind of plastic spatulas because you can really scrape out like all the chocolate, and you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. It's just gonna happen. But it's perfect because it's chocolate, so you can lick the chocolate off of your hands. I mean, it's really just win-win here. Okay. And you don't want the Oreos showing through at all, which is why you got to make sure you leave, you know, about half of the brownie batter to spread over top. Because you don't want the Oreos poking out. And make sure all your corners are covered. I think I already said that. Whew. These are going to be so good. It's just so much chocolate. That's kind of why I like to use the vanilla ice cream in it rather than maybe another chocolate. But I mean, if you are like a chocoholic, just use chocolate ice cream. There's so many different, like, if you wanted to do like, I have these sprinkles. I have these sprinkles that are kind of like birthday colored sprinkles. So if you wanted to do like birthday cake ice cream in this with birthday sprinkles, that'd be super cute. It's like a cake. Okay, great. Perfect. So here we go. You can see it from the side. Oreos are in there, but from the top, totally covered. So I'm gonna take my sprinkles. I've got these cool like spacey ones I want to use. I might just do a mix. I don't know. What do you guys think? Which sprinkles? Ooh. I'll give you a second to think about it. I feel like my gut is saying both because you just can't have too much color. Can you? All right, now with sprinkles like this that you have, like they don't, there's no, what's the word? There's no filter. You can't like, you know, shake them out. The ones to the left, these ones, the spacey ones. Spacey? Oh, okay. All right. Everybody's voting spacey. So you got to just do spacey. So there's no like filter on the top of these. So rather than like, I could just accidentally dump it in like one place and then I wouldn't have sprinkles everywhere. I'm going to put it in my hand, you know, and then shake the sprinkles. We need more than that. Ugh, not enough. Sprinkle lid. Sprinkle lid. Thank you, Andrea. I could really, really not think of that word. A sprinkle lid. Whew. I've only had half of a glass of wine, I swear. I swear. Okay, great. Sprinkles on. And we're going to put it in the oven. So let me just double check the amount of time we want to set here. Okay, so it's going to bake for 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven. It's set at 350. So I'm going to put this in. I am going to, I kind of like to err on the side of caution and just check things a little bit more. So I'm going to put a timer on this for like 20 minutes. Also, things take so long to bake. They really do. And I told myself that I was going to manage my time and have this stream only be an hour today. But 20 minutes is not enough to bake these. So I'm going to try these brownies on camera. It's going to take a little longer than that. All right. 20 minutes. You know what? I've changed my mind. I'm going to set for 15 and then turn them around because I'm just crazy about that. You know, I said this, let me wash my hands. They've got chocolate in them before I like run chocolate all through my hair. I mean, snack for later. All right. Brownies are in the oven. I have a bowl of chocolate to eat. Life is good. It's Friday. Oh, yeah. What fools out there are not tasting their batter? I don't know. I don't know. You know, yeah, I felt like maybe when I was younger, I was like, oh, I shouldn't eat it because it has raw egg in it. Now I have no idea about any kind of science or information behind that, but all I do is try my batter now. It's delicious. It's so good. And that's kind of how you can tell that something's off. Like the texture of the batter shouldn't taste like, you know, exactly right. But, you know, it should be close. Ooh, okay. Yeah. See this? This is, that's my reward right there. Brownies haven't even come out yet. Oh, well. Well, I have to drink this wine. Well, because I don't have to do it before I show the other drink, but I probably should. How's everybody doing? Is anyone else having like a drink? As as we wait for our brownies to bake. I'm so excited about them. Yeah, chocolate in my hair is, I think, a very valid snack for later. Oh my gosh. Whoa, Daniel, you have an Oreo Rice Krispie treat recipe? Oh my gosh. I'd love to make that. I'd love to make something like that. You know, I mean, I think I've said this before. I would love eventually to have people come on my show with me. So if there's ever, friends who live near me, I'll be back in Philly soon, hopefully. I'm in Central PA right now, but any recipe ideas you want to come make, that'd be fun. Oreo Rice Krispie treat. Like, do you crumble the Oreos and then you put it in the marshmallow? That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Just herbal tea. You drank every other day. No Friday turn up. Just Friday recovery. Ooh, Rachel, what kind of wine are you drinking? Andrea, are you having a drink? Okay. I'm going to just put a few things away. We've got room to make drinks. Oh, I can't, in good conscience, rinse this out yet. There's too much chocolate to be had. So, but I'm not going to be any more of a tease and eat it on the stream. So I'm going to move this off to the side. But I want you all to know that I'm not wasting it. Okay, just put a couple things in the fridge here. Okay. And then start moving over supplies for this Bastille Day inspired drink. Yay! Also, everybody, okay, look at this. Look at this flute. It's this super hard plastic. I was so excited when I found this because I can't break it. It's so great. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Aw, Andrea, I will definitely tell Grammy that you say hi. Anders, hi. Nice to see you. Meow. That's how he says hello for everybody watching this back. This is why I need an assistant. Oh, yes. Yes. I could always use an assistant for every area of my life. I mean, no shame. Couldn't everybody? Come on. Ooh, Rachel. Oh my gosh, Rachel, you're having a peach drink? That's so perfect because that's themed with what I'm about to make. Oh, look at that. So serendipitous. All right. So as our brownies are in the oven, I set a timer I decided on 15 minutes to check on them because I feel like I'm like a hovering mother over my baking food. For my baking and cooking, I'm like tinkering and I have to check and, whatever, that kind of thing. So as we're waiting for all of that, actually, I'm going to take a sip of water here for a second. Not just wine. Okay. As we're waiting on that, so what I want to make today, the cocktail is a French 75. This is one of my favorite cocktails. A shout out to Kyle for recommending a Bastille Day inspired drink. So it doesn't exactly go with the super chocolatey theme, but it's another very like bubbly, effervescent kind of dessert drink. So it's another thing you might have for dessert or brunch or any time of the day. Really, you can go crazy. But it was Bastille Day on the 14th, like I said at the beginning of the stream. And I started to do like a little bit of research into Bastille Day, into the drink, a French 75. I kind of was curious. I'm like, where did all like, where did all the inspiration for this drink come from? Because I feel like it's a very classic French drink. Like anytime I go to a French restaurant, it's just like I always see it on the menu and it's so refreshing. It's perfect for the summer. And it's July right now, middle of July. Right, Bastille Day. Everybody should already guess that. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little spin off of this drink. I've never made it before. I'm just trying on the stream for the first time, so we shall see. I also have a bottle of champagne. I have never opened a bottle of champagne, but I'm gonna give it a try on the stream for the first time and really, really just hope for the best. So first what I'm gonna do, I've got a peach here. So I'm gonna slice up this peach. Also, oh my gosh, this is a local, amazing. Oh my God, it smells so good. It's like perfectly ripe peach from Central PA. There are these amazing local orchards. Wait, what? Use a towel? Okay, I looked up tutorials. I mean, I tried to make sure I knew what to do, how to open the champagne, but I don't know. I will take suggestions. I watch YouTube tutorials, other people on YouTube telling you what to do. All right, cool. So I've got a peach slice that I'm going to put in the drink. Okay, let's, and then I'm going to squeeze some fresh peach juice into the mixture. So what we want to do first, okay, I still do not have a shaker set, but I have upgraded from the bowl and whisk method from last week. I also, look, I even got myself a fancy accurate measure. All right, so first we're gonna start with gin. I got the good stuff. Is anyone here a gin drinker? Because I was very enticed by this beautiful bottle, but I don't know if it's actually good. I'm really not a gin drinker normally, so. But it was on the top shelf. It's got to say something, right? Okay, so we want about 1 ounce. Now this is 1.5 ounces. So, and then the other side 75. So I guess I'll just eyeball it. Oh, so unhelpful. Whoop. All right, maybe 3/4 full. I'm gonna put it in my jar. So I've got this jar, and then I'll put the lid on the jar, and then I'll shake it up like a shaker. I don't know. Seems like a good like home improv setup. Great. I've got the gin, 1 ounce of gin. Then I was actually super excited about this. I made simple syrup. This is homemade simple syrup. So eventually I would love to do, just like a quick video on how to make simple syrup because it was very simple. But, it turned out pretty good. Like simple syrup at the store, it's like $10 to buy it. And, aw, oh my goodness. Aw, thanks, Dad. My dad just messaged to say that my Grammy Karen, so not the Grammy I'm staying with, that's Grammy Maureen, but my Grammy Karen, oh my gosh, says it's like watching Marilyn Monroe baking. Oh God, that is precious. That's so adorable. The smile and bubbly personality. Maybe it's I wonder if it's the red lipstick too. Ooh, oh my gosh, look. I have a mole right there. It's a mole. I should have drawn it in. It's even more like Marilyn Monroe-esque. You know, actually for a few plays I did, if they were like set in, you know, that kind of time period, like I don't know if they were like 1920s or 30s or 40s or, you know, anything like that, I would always draw in my mole just for fun, you know. Okay, back to the drink. So we've got 1 ounce of gin. I was talking about, yes, that I made homemade simple syrup because I was like, I'm not paying $10 for this, but it was so easy to make it at home. So at some point, I'd love to do a video just showing you how to very easily make simple syrup. So we want half an ounce of simple syrup. Again, this is 75, so I guess I'll just do it like 3/4 full of simple syrup, and hope that it turns out. All right, I've got that in my jar. Let me just put a lid on this, so don't want to spill anything, or maybe I do. Make sure you shake the bottle really good first. Oh, shake the bottle of champagne first before I open it? That sounds like such a good idea. So helpful. Okay, so then we want half an ounce of, so in a classic French 75, you would want half an ounce of lemon juice. And then you'd want to use a little bit of the lemon peel as like a garnish or just like at the top of the drink. Now, I kind of wanted to do a spin on it. I was like, I don't really feel like lemon, and like the peaches are fresh right now. I just want to kind of do my own thing. So I have this. Now, this is normally like, you know, like a lemon or lime juice squeezer, but I was like, that can work, you know, for something like a peach where it's still really soft. A lot of juice could come out of it. So that's what I'm going to try. You want about half an ounce. It's the same amount as simple syrup. So what I'm going to do, I'll just see how much juice comes out of this. Again, I haven't done this. I didn't try this ahead of time. So I'm trying it right now. So I've got this peach slice. I'm going to put it in the, you know, kind of fruit press. And then I've got my jar for mixing all the ingredients, and then, you know, kind of makeshift shaker. And then kind of hold this over it, and let's see how much juice we can get here. Oh yeah, that was like not very much. Oh, that's the timer. We're turning over the brownies. It's 15 minutes. Okay, great. I'm gonna stop that for a second. Okay, we're gonna need a little bit more. Bad though. Yeah, so maybe you want like, I think you're gonna want like a full half of a peach. I'm gonna, just to get the rest of the juice out of this, I'm gonna like take what's kind of left in there, fold it on itself, squeeze it again. Okay, cool. I'm gonna add a little bit more peach in there. Also, I'm probably just gonna eat the rest of this peach too, because I mean, it looks good. Why not? I don't want to waste it. Okay, let's check on the brownies. So turn this down here. I'm going to grab my oven mitts. It smells really good. Really, really good. Oh man, that's great. So we can start to see it's bubbling a little bit on top. Ooh, looking good. I'm going to turn it around, put it back in, and set a timer, for maybe about, just say another 15 minutes. Yeah, I think that sounds about good. I think at that point, it should be all ready. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. Great. So you need a little bit more peach juice in this. So I'm gonna take the other kind of half slice I've got here. I'm not going to worry about just measuring it. I think it'll just be about good. So I'm just going to do it right over this. If you can think of another better way to get, fruit juice out, I mean, go for it. I couldn't really think of anything. Aside from maybe just literally like Hulk style squeezing it with my hands. I could do that. I could. A nectarine would be great too. Ooh, maybe an apricot. Oh, wouldn't that be interesting? I feel like you never see apricot themed things. Great. Okay, perfect. I feel like we've got enough peach juice in there at this point. So take kind of my peach stuff. Give it one more squeeze all together. Then we're good. So, it smells pretty good. Great. I think we should pop open this champagne because we've got all this in here. So we'll put some ice in it. We'll shake it up in a minute. But I really think we have to open the bottle of champagne now. Let me see. Are there any suggestions in here? I did watch YouTube tutorials on how to do this. Multiple ones. Okay, use a towel. Yes, yes. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go grab a towel. We've got the towel. Bottle of champagne. Okay. So all the things I heard about it first is that you take this wrapping off. I mean, I think that makes sense. This week's disaster is imminent. Oh no. I know last week it was what weird creamy whiskey maple combination. Oof. Well, took it as a shot, so. Oh man, the smell of chocolate in here is just so delicious. I wish I could just like share it. Why isn't there a way in technology that we can just like share scents? Oh, that was my alarm telling me it's 6 o'clock and we have to wrap up. Baking always takes a little longer than you think it will, and then you have to leave it in the oven a little longer than you think you'll have to. Okay. All right, champagne time. Focused. I can't believe I'm doing this on YouTube for the very first time. Why? Why is it that I've never had to pop a bottle of champagne before? I think I just have friends that are really maybe great at it. So it's not something I ever had to do. I'm like, oh, you're good at popping champagne. You can do that, not me. Okay. So all of the videos told me to hold the neck of the bottle, point it away from you, put it against, your body. And oh yeah, and hold this and put your thumb on the top and then twist it, because I saw the YouTube videos about people who didn't do that and then it flew off and hit somebody in the face or something crazy. Okay. Twist the thing off first. Yes, I'm twisting this off first. Okay. Okay, so it's twisted off. And then I'm gonna put my stronger hand on the top of this. Wait, I've got the towel. Okay. So I think I can. All right, so I've got this. Okay, and then they said that you hold the top and then you twist the We'll take it off first. This is what I saw in the YouTube videos. That they're saying you have to so everyone in the chat is telling me you have to take this off first. Take this like metal thing off first. But I did see in the YouTube videos they did not take this off. Maybe they're doing it wrong. It's me? I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong? I'm definitely doing it wrong. I mean, let's be real here. Okay. All right. I feel like this is the part I watched and I was like, put a towel over the cork when you pull up. We were already. Oh, do I really just like, I guess I mean, okay. I'm pulling it, I'm twisting it. I did it. I got it. Oh, yes. Everything's good. I got it. I did it with the towel, everything. You guys witnessed it. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm gonna add ice to this. I'm gonna shake it, make this French 75. There was no disaster. I'm so happy. Okay, putting an ice cube. And then what I'm shaking is the ounce of gin, the half ounce of simple syrup, and the half an ounce of like fresh juice. Ooh, that's pretty good. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of strain it into here, into my flute. Oop, am I doing this wrong? Wow. Oh, nope. I just got all the ice anyway. I was trying. I mean, this is where, like, you know, a real shaker would come in handy, but it's okay. Ooh. See, I thought that there would be a little bit more of, like, you know, gin and everything at the bottom, but that's okay. All right, so that's how much we came out with. Pour champagne on top. Oh, whoa, yep. Yeah. I opened the bottle of champagne with no problems. Pouring it into a glass is another story, apparently. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's try this a little slower. I'm just too excited. Oh man, I didn't even get to finish telling you guys about the history of the French 75. Okay. Oh my God, how did I do it again? I was going so slow. All right. Ooh. Take our fresh peach slice and plop it in there. And it's a peach French 75. Oh my God. This is like, there's just champagne everywhere. Oh my God. That is so good. Oh my God. Wow, really. That is so delicious. Wow, the peach with it. Oh my God, wow. It's just like really good. I'm looking at this drink like, oh, you're so amazing. But really, it's so good. Oh my gosh, how have I gone through my life without by drinking anything else? This is my new summer drink for real. I feel like I just want to try this with every single fruit I can think of now. I can think of a lot. You could try with plum, try with pear, nectarine. Do like passion fruit? Probably do. Well, I don't know. Does star fruit have a strong flavor? Strawberries, raspberries, and blueberry. No, I don't think blueberry. Stone fruits. That's where it's at. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Okay, French 75s. When I looked it up, this had a kind of pretty interesting history. Also, happy Bastille Day, everyone. Thank you for sticking with me. Oh my God, I know it's past an hour, but these brownies are going to be amazing. I'm so excited about them. But cheers. Happy Friday. Happy Bastille Day. Mm. Liberté. Le 14 juillet. Mm. Ah, so yummy. What a day. I opened my first bottle of champagne. Oh, I'm pretty proud of myself. So, French 75s, apparently. So, I looked this up on the internet. There's, oh, Rachel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people watching who I caused anxiety over this champagne. I was anxious too. I guess it all turned out all right. In the end, really good drink in the end. So when I was looking this up and researching this, there was apparently like a lot of kind of controversy about like the very first bar that had a French 75. Some of what I was reading was saying that it was the New York bar in Paris that had it for the very first time, and it caught on, became super popular. Just this gin, champagne, lemon juice, kind of combination. I was also reading in the 1920s that it was more European influenced bars from, in New York that first had this drink. I also read an account. This was on, trying to look at like reputable sources, but this was all about like, I think it was called gin extract or something.com, something like that. But talking about that there's rumors that Charles Dickens was actually one of the first famous figures who served this drink, because he would serve any guests he had a gin and champagne cocktail. So I thought that was kind of cool. So it's apparently a drink with a lot of history behind it. So it's kind of cool. Let's see here. How much more time we have? 2 minutes. I'm going to take a look at these brownies. Oh my gosh, they smell so good. So good. They're looking pretty good. I think what we're gonna have to do is take them out and kind of do the knife test. Just take like a knife or something, or toothpick, something very thin. You want to move it through the middle and make sure that it's not just like kind of still like sopping wet. You don't want the batter to be still kind of totally uncooked in the center. So we're gonna give it 2 more minutes. Check that. But yeah, happy Bastille Day, everyone. For everyone who doesn't know what Bastille Day is, it was July 14th in 1789. The actual original Bastille Day took place. It's like a French celebration. I almost kind of think of it as like similar, like a French Independence Day. I actually have a tattoo that's kind of on my shoulder that's like a little bit inspired almost by like French independence and French celebration. And so in 1978, the Bastille was this kind of fortress where political prisoners were being held. It was under the reign of Louis XVI. I have to drink my French 75 as I talk about this. Of course, it'd only be fitting. Oh my gosh, and the peach juice really comes out. Ooh, there's a fly. But yeah, there was a storming of this Bastille, and originally everybody's like, oh, that's so great, they're going to free all the prisoners. No, that's really not what they were storming it for. Ooh, take out the brownies in a second. They were trying to get gunpowder. They had ammunition, gunpowder. They were worried that King Louis XVI was ready to kind of take all the power away from the people. And in long story short, and we're ready to fight back about it. So the storming of the Bastille, lots of things ensued in the French Revolution after that, but it's almost this like kind of pinnacle starting point of the French Revolution. And so Bastille Day is still kind of this almost symbol of revolution and peace and or no, well, not peace, no, not peace, but revolution for maybe eventual peace. Yeah, no, it was not a peaceful revolution, but really are any. So let's take out the brownies. Let's check them out. I'm so excited to try these. Thank you for bearing with me. Hope you can make your own French 75. If anyone makes their own after watching this and like tries different fruits, please share it in the comments. I would love to hear about like your own spins you put on things. Because I'm kind of just using ideas I like, but I'd love to see more of that. All right, so excited to get these brownies out. Hopefully they're all done. Wow, it smells so good. So good. Okay. So, got our knife. We're going to do the test. So this is what we got out of the, let me turn this up a little bit. This is what we got out of the center. Looked fine on the outside, but it's still pretty drippy in the center. I think it's gonna need another like 5 minutes. I'm gonna say 5, and then I'm gonna take a look at it. All right, because the one thing I want to, so at this point in the baking process, this is like what I feel like is almost kind of the most touchy part. This is what we want to keep an eye out for, the edges burning before the center really cooks. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes, take a look at it then. At that point, it should either be good or only need a couple more minutes, and we don't want to leave it in there any more, or the outside will get a little too overdone. So I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for everyone who's watching live and kind of sticking with me. Trying to keep this to an hour, but man, some of these recipes just take a good amount of baking time. So in order for me to show a delicious finished product, I need a little bit more time. So one thing I want to do right now is I want to as we're like wrapping up before showing the amazing brownies. I'm so excited. And drinking the rest of our champagne French 75 drink. Wow, so good. I want to do a couple shout outs. So one awesome thing that happened this week, this past weekend, last weekend, I kind of took Saturday. I was taking kind of drive around town a little bit, and there's this amazing comic book store in central Pennsylvania. It's called Isle of Comics. In South Williamsport. So I know a lot of people watching this are like from different countries or from Philadelphia area. But if you're from the Williamsport area, this is an awesome comic book store. Do any of my friends in the chat, are any of you guys comic book fans? Any comic books you like? Oh, Andrea, again, redhead friend, is from South Williamsport, so she knows exactly where I'm talking about. But yeah, central Pennsylvania, South Williamsport, it's this amazing little comic book shop. I went in, I am reading this awesome comic. It's called The Wicked and the Divine, and I've been reading it for a while. I really like comic books. I love the art. Oh, I love it. It's so engaging. And I need like the physical comic books. I have a Kindle, but I'm like, no, I have to get the real book. I love it. But yeah, they were super helpful. They like, I went in looking for one thing, I found it, and then they made tons of recommendations for me based on just what other things I liked. So I walked out with like five other like comic book recommendations that I just like, I can't wait to start reading. I've already started looking at some of them and I love them. So I wanted to say a huge thank you to Isle of Comics, and shout out them for maybe any of my Williamsport people. Definitely go check them out. They've got like so much stuff for people of like all ages. Like they've got local art and things too. It's just like a great spot in South Williamsport. So I want to say thank you to them. Another awesome shout out I wanted to do, where I actually have something to show everyone, is I happened to run into someone while I was there. He's a local artist. I know him because I used to babysit his son years and years and years ago, back when I was still in my teens. I'm not going to say how old I am now. But his name is Bryn Allen, and his like art studio is called Bryn Allen Artworks. When I was at the comic book store, I ran into him, and he gave me a free print of his art, and I love it. I'm looking for like just the right frame for it so I can put it up. Let me go grab it. Okay, so for everyone who is a Star Wars fan, like me, I love this. Me, this is not. I love it. I love it so much. And the signature here says, "To Anna, my favorite babysitter," which is also just so great. Yeah, I love it. I love the artwork. It's so fun. His handwriting is just incredible. I'm like, the penmanship, really. It's like, yeah. Oh, and that's right off the cuff. He just signed it for me right there before I take it. But before I took it home. But yeah, me, this is not. I love it. So I will be putting, yeah, so I've got to find the perfect frame for it. I think I need some kind of spacey frame, like a Star Wars-y spacey frame. Oh my God, I just noticed there's a little frog like peeking out. It's so cute. I love it. Okay, brownie time. So I will be putting information about his artwork, how to follow him through Facebook, how to contact him through email if you wanted a print. I saw a bunch of other things he did too. There was like some Deadpool. There was a Tiger King print that he did for someone that was like, just a kind of specific commission. Oh, hey, Pat. Hey, thanks for tuning in, Pat. But yeah, it's this like, I love the artwork and he does really great stuff. So I'll be putting all his information in the description. If you want anything, kind of done like specifically, you could always ask. He did that Tiger King just kind of on a like ask commission as like a gift. It was so funny. But like Star Wars, other comics, yeah, it's a great artist. So I know everybody wants to like support local art and support local businesses. So I really wanted to shout them out. And I'll put all the information in the description if you want to see them more. So let's get these brownies out. I'm really hoping they're done. I'm so ready to eat some chocolate. Okay. They're looking so close to being done. They're smelling close too. It's like you can start smelling that, like it smells like chocolate, but it's almost like a tiny bit like wood fire. Like, no, wood fire. Oh my God. Fireplace kind of chocolate. Or like campfire chocolate. Oh my gosh, words. Okay, see, that's perfect. So I put it in the middle. You can see a little bit of cookie and chocolate coming out, but that's it. Not the same as that like full on, you know, kind of uncooked batter chocolate that came out when we tested it last time. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It looks like it's done. I'm gonna cut a piece. Take another sip of my drink. I will put the ingredients for the French 75 I made, as well as the brownie mix, in the description if you want to like reference it, go back and make things. I would love to hear about like anyone kind of trying these recipes or trying different spins on them in the comments. You can email me. My Instagram is also linked to my page, on my YouTube page, and my email. So I'd love feedback. Let's cut one of these brownies up. Ooh, I need a plate, I guess, right? Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh man. Okay. Now, normally I would say you want to let these cool for a little while before you go trying to like take them out and try some. But we don't got time for that. So, for all of you, so you can see, I have not created poison, but absolute brownie, chocolatey deliciousness. I'm going to scoop out a bit of this brownie because it's not really cool enough yet to like really, you know, take out nice brownie squares. Not yet, it's not. All right, I'm gonna turn this down for a second. Wow, oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, it's so chocolatey. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Here is the spoon. Wow. Look at all that chocolate. You can see the Oreo in the center a bit. Like I said, when you're making this at home, I would say let it cool for like maybe at least 15-20 minutes. You can always throw it in the fridge to just kind of help speed up that cooling process. Oh my God, it's like a little melty. You know, keep in mind that's going to be like that fudge and ice cream in there. It doesn't mean like it's not cooked enough or you can't eat it. It's going to be a little like fudgy and melty, especially until it cools down. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. Ooh, okay, yeah, it's pretty hot. I was like, how hot is this going to be? I wonder. Well, we'll find out. Okay. I took way too big of a bite. It's way too hot for that. How about we just do, you know, like a finger scoop at a time. Okay, yeah. It's delicious. It's so good. I'm gonna show you the top. Nope, hold on. All right, see? So good. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everyone who kind of like, well, you know, who stuck with me for, oh my goodness, almost the hour and a half. Whew. Baking really takes longer than you think it will, but it is going to be so worth it. I have 16 brownies waiting for me for future Anna. What a reward. Andrea, yeah, don't recommend spitting out the food when I spent the whole video convincing everyone how good it was. That was only because it was so hot and I didn't have time to let it cool. I'm going to say that. See, they're so good. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, for everybody who watched live, for sticking with me. Everybody watching later, I will be sure to add information in the description how you can kind of quickly, a little more quickly, make this at home. It's a recipe that is well worth the time. And the French 75 drink is so good. It somehow kind of pairs well with the chocolate. I'm not sure how that happened, but it was delicious. So thank you guys. Like the video, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Hopefully I'll see all of you next week. This was Disasters with Anna. We avoided any major disasters, thankfully. But yeah, thank you so much. Thanks for everyone in the chat, and happy Friday, guys. Go make your own brownies. Hopefully you're in the mood for chocolate now. All right, bye-bye.